Welcome back to the In the Clinic podcast with Rob. And if you are looking to find those hidden bottlenecks from inflammation, insulin to detox that are overloading your system and preventing you over 40 from achieving your health and wellness, this is the episode for you. So welcome back to the podcast. Again, I'm Rob Sumner, owner of Sumner Specialized Physical Therapy, Sumner Specialized Strength, and Specialized Massage. If you listened to the last episode, you are now understanding something critical. And when your body feels stuck, it's not because you're failing, it's because something is in the way. So today we're going to talk about what those things actually are, because most people assume that my metabolism's broken. Once I hit 40, everything changed. My hormones are shot. This is just aging. This is just normal aging. You hear that a lot from your doctor, that you're just getting old. But in reality, most people aren't broken. They're just blocked. And they're blocked by inflammation. They're blocked by insulin resistance. They're blocked by detox overload. They're blocked by their liver congestion. They're blocked by a body that just is doing its best to try and protect them. So this episode is not about blame. It's about understanding why your body holds on when you want to let it go. And once you understand that, the frustration turns into strategy. So the key here is we are looking to unlock the bottlenecks. So what are some of the bottlenecks? Well, the first one is inflammation. Now, most people think inflammation is something that they need to eliminate. That framing alone creates confusion, because a more accurate way of thinking about inflammation is this. Inflammation is the body reallocating resources. When inflammation is present, your body is saying something needs attention, repair takes priority over optimization, and survival beats performance. And this is critical. Your body cannot pursue fat loss, muscle building, hormone optimization, or longevity while it is in repair mode. So when someone says, why won't my body respond? The better question is, what is my body prioritizing instead? So inflammation isn't blocking progress. It's redirecting energy. And until that energy demand is reduced, no strategy layered on top of each other will work consistently. So here's the deeper understanding that we want. Inflammation is really just redirected energy. So we need to learn how to control it. The second thing that truly blocks us and it bottlenecks us from advancing in our 40s and beyond is insulin resistance. This is a traffic cop. This is not failure. Because the deeper understanding most people never hear is that insulin resistance is not the disease. It's the adaptation. This is your body's only response by saying it's too much. It's too much. There's too much consistent sugar overload. And the body's only response by each individual cell is to say, no mas. We can't take anymore. And so it becomes resistant. So insulin is that hormone that says energy is abundant, store more freely. And when cells are inflamed, when cells are full, when cells are under toxic oxidative stress, when your cells are exposed to toxins, well, they stop responding. Not because they're broken, but because they're protecting themselves from further damage. So think of insulin resistance like this. If a warehouse is already full and trucks keep arriving, the doors close. That's not malfunction. That's logistics. So when people aggressively cut calories, when they add cardio, when they skip meals, when they push their intensity to new levels without ever addressing the inflammation or the detox load, the body hears energy scarcity and danger. And that combination then does what? It locks the storage. It doesn't release it, it locks it. So fat loss requires permission, not pressure. Fat loss requires permission. So the third bottleneck we get is that stubborn belly fat. This is the body's quarantine zone. This is one of the most powerful mindset shifts that I can even offer. Here's the deeper framing. Fat tissue is not passive. It is metabolically active storage. Your body uses fat tissue to safely sequester fat-soluble toxins, hormone byproducts, excess inflammatory compounds. They store them all in there. They got to put them somewhere. So from your body's perspective, better stored safely than circulating and damaging organs. And this is why belly fat is often the last to go. It's the most strategic storage site for chronic inflammatory factors. If belly fat won't release, it's not because the body is stubborn. It's because the body doesn't trust clearance yet. So until the detox pathways improve from the liver, from the gut, from the lymph system, from the kidneys, fat loss is biologically risky. It's risky. You might need that fat to store more toxins. So the fourth bottleneck we get is just toxic overload. This is when the exits are blocked. So a lot of people get stuck conceptually. Most people think if I mobilize toxins, I'll get healthier. Well, not so much. But detox has two real phases. It has mobilization and it has elimination. And most people stimulate the first one, mobilization, without truly supporting elimination. And this creates recirculation, not detox. You just get recirculating toxins. If the toxins are mobilized faster than they can be eliminated, well, that just creates massive inflammation in your body. So then the body has to respond by increasing storage, by slowing metabolism, by raising fatigue, by increasing brain fog. And this is why some cleanses make people feel worse. It's why aggressive fasting backfires. It's why over-exercising increases symptoms. We've seen this a lot. We've seen people that consistently will try and outwork their system. You know, it'll make them try and starve their body. And all this does is create more inflammation, more stress on the system. So the key is not so much of doing drastic measures, but how can we support the body? Because the key is you cannot really detox faster than you eliminate. You can't do it. Because if you do, that's when safety is a concern, and safety always needs to come first. The last bottleneck I have for you, actually the second to the last, is really fasting. And fasting is a powerful tool, but it's not a foundation. You already have gone through and understand fasting if you watch some of my other podcasts. You already have an understanding. We've done a lot in our 4% Club as well, as far as utilizing different mixes of fasting. Fasting is not a healing strategy by itself. It is a stress amplifier. Yeah. And that can be good or it can be bad, because fasting helps when inflammation is already low, when the liver pathways are supported, when sleep is already pretty solid, when stress is manageable. But fasting also can harm the body when the body is already overloaded, when the detox pathways are already backed up, when cortisol levels are already high, when nutrient intake is already marginal. Fasting can then be a bottleneck because it's adding more fuel to a fire. And fasting doesn't fix bottlenecks, it reveals them. If fasting feels awful, that's information. That's not weakness. You haven't failed because with your fast. It reveals that you're at a high stress load. We need to manage some of those symptoms. So another bottleneck is why trying even harder fails. Because a lot of people treat health like a performance problem. After the age of 40, it's really a systems problem. Performance problems respond to effort. System problems respond to sequencing. Let me say that again. Performance problems respond to effort. System problems respond to sequencing. So trying harder will increase stress, increase cortisol, increase inflammation, reduce adaptability. Trying smarter reduces your load, restores flow, improves signals, creates momentum. And this is why I talked a little bit about our Wellness Ascension Roadmap last time. And if you see here, there's 9 stages right above me. There's 9 stages that we go through, that people to achieve peak wellness, which we're striving for, which will help boost longevity by achieving peak wellness. At a deeper level, it's understanding where you're currently at and what stage you're in. And a lot of times, people are fighting the wrong battle, and they're fighting at the wrong time. Most people, they want fat loss in a stage 1 body. They want intensity in a stage 2 system. They want optimization in a stage 3 environment. This roadmap restores your biological logic. Each stage answers one question. Is the body safe? Is the body receptive? Is the body adaptable? Only then does progress really accelerate. Your body is not resisting change. It's resisting danger. Let that sink in. Your body is not resisting change. It is resisting danger. And once danger is reduced, fat starts to release, energy starts to rise, hormones normalize, motivation returns. Progress feels easy again. And that's not willpower, that's alignment. So the big message I'm getting to is you do not need more discipline, more restriction, more punishment. You need less noise. You need fewer bottlenecks. You need better sequencing. You need clear signals. And when resistance disappears, well, momentum is inevitable. So I hope today's message resonated with you, especially if you're over the age of 40. And it gives you a clear path to understand that if you've tried in the past and you have failed and you have not got the goals that you wanted, it's not because your willpower is not there. It's not because your body doesn't work. It's not because you've tried everything and nothing works for you. Things do work, but we have to know what stage you're in and know the best way to actually reduce the stress, not add to it. And the willpower that you put into it, we can put into sequencing. That's how we'll get there, is the sequencing, not through effort. So if this resonated with you, go to sumnerpt.com/WAR, WAR, Wellness Ascension Roadmap, sumnerpt.com/WAR, and take my quick survey. It's a 3-minute or less survey. It's going to go through and tell you exactly what stage you're in and the 3 things that you need to do right now to start progressing forward to help with those bottlenecks that are preventing you from achieving your wellness goals, especially if you're over the age of 40. All right, friends, thank you. If you listen this far, you're one of my best people. If you got value from this, share it with one of your friends or family members that need to hear this today, because the best thing you can do is to continue this momentum forward by giving the gift to them so that they can help improve their longevity, their health, and their wellness in their lives. All right, I'll catch you next time. Thank you, team.